Hey, how we doing? I'm Andy, and as you can see, we've been relegated back to the shed. Yeah, so such is life, eh? So most of you know, last week it was the Bristol show. Yeah, now I couldn't make it myself. It's too far, too much expense, if I'm totally honest. But didn't mean that I didn't manage to pick something up. So a couple of days before the show, Danielle from Portsmouth Tarantulas had posted on one of the groups, or one of the chat groups on Facebook Messenger, that she had some Dolichothelli diamantinensis mature males for sale at the show. So I dropped her a message, and basically what I did is I sent the money to Ben Butler, and he picked the spider up at the show for me. It was all arranged with Danielle, and Ben posted it out on Monday, and he arrived on Tuesday. So yeah, he's a feisty little fella, so I'm gonna show you him now. Yeah, so he's our little man, all packed up. As you can see, Danielle put a little note on for him to say that Ben was picking him up at the show, and I got to say massive thanks to both Danielle and Ben for helping sort this out for me, if I'm totally honest. Now, people may remember I did breed these last year, but as some people are aware, I had a bit of a nightmare back in November. I had a boiler failure, and I lost quite a large portion of my collection, a lot of my slings. There was 7 of these diamantinensis survived, and that was it. So the aim this year is to see this right through fully and get a full egg sac, if we can, like. So there you can see, he was happy to see me. Now, he did behave like this, but Ben did send me a photograph when he got him home on the Sunday, and he was actually behaving like this for a while with Ben, but then he did send me another picture of him walking across his hand, so maybe he's just a bit temperamental. Hopefully not too temperamental, and everything goes alright when it comes to actually pairing. Now, as I said, he arrived on Tuesday afternoonish, and on Tuesday night I jumped on Scott's stream, and I showed him off a little bit on there, and I did the rehousing, not on camera on the screen, but while I was on the stream and I was pottering, I did the rehousing then, so I didn't actually film that. So on the Friday I tried feeding the female, and she wasn't very hungry, she wasn't interested in the roach that I offered her, so I thought, right, well, do you know what, I'm going to try putting him in and we'll see what happens. Hopefully she won't eat him, you know, she's not hungry, so he's got a good chance of getting out of this. Anyway, this is what happened. Here we have our little man. He's just gone in her enclosure, and as you can see, he's wasting no time. So we can see him, he's just vibrating, shaking, just letting her know he's there. And as we'll see in a second, she was tucked away in her burrow. Now her burrow is just here to the left, just underneath that little bit of greenery that you can see there. And you will see, as he makes his way across, there is some movement inside that burrow, but what she actually does is she goes up inside the burrow to meet him, before coming out as he approaches the burrow entrance. See her making those moves, but she's aware that he's there. Unfortunately, she is coming the wrong way to meet him. You see him just walking over a water bowl. Now, when she did lay the egg sac last year, she laid a hammock right over the top of the water bowl, so my plan is to move that this year, and hopefully she won't do that, like. So we have their first little meeting. But she came out to meet him and she didn't jump on him straight away, which was a great sign. And you can see here she is quite responsive to his signals. Now this wasn't a massively long pairing, but I have sort of tried to film this in as close to real time as it was. There's a couple of angles, so I've got a couple of cameras going that is edited up, but yeah, it's pretty much as close to real time as I could get it. So there you can see he goes in for the first time. We've got a different angle for ear. Now unfortunately I couldn't see whether or not he managed to get an insertion here. You can see there's plenty of tapping and movement, but yeah, nothing that I could say was a confirmed insertion. Now there may have been an insertion just here at this point. You can see his palps aren't tapping away and there seems to be that little bit of pulsing going on, so whether there was, I'm not 100%. I mean, here I did wonder whether or not she may have been about to attack him, but as you'll see, he just backed off and then made his way back in again in his own time. And then we can get a nice close-up of his palps as they're working towards her epigastric furrow, but like I say, unfortunately I haven't quite got that angle to be able to say 100% whether or not we get an insertion, but it definitely seems to be going pretty well. Now there could be an insertion there. He's just keeping that vibrating and that tapping going, just letting her know that he's still game, so to speak. So yeah, like I said, this went on for probably about 8 to 10 minutes, all in all, this pairing. I will be trying them again in a week or so's time. Now again, you can see here, I'm just reaching around and just searching for that epigastric furrow now. I was really hoping that we might get an insertion or a confirmed insersion from that angle, but unfortunately it wasn't to come. you see as this draws to an end here, he has to make a rather sharp exit. Now I did manage to just slow it down at the end, so you'll see that he did disappear, pretty much disappeared off up my kitchen wall, but you see we managed to pot him back up. Now this is the last point just before he does make that run for it, and you see he does go in, and there's a bit of a pause with those palps, so I'm hoping again that there's something may have happened, and as you'll see, this is what I was talking about, is sharp exit. So yeah, we'll try him again in a week, and I'll keep everybody posted. Yeah, so again, I think that he did get a couple of insertions, but if I'm honest, the angle that he was at, he was as far away from me as it could possibly be, so I wasn't able to get a proper angle to make sure with either the camera or even just seeing it myself. But like I say, he had a few goes, as you saw. He went in and out a few times, so hopefully, fingers crossed, something will happen. Like I'll probably try pairing him again in a week or so. So I might film. I don't know if I'll show that again, but what I might do is I might just do a little snip of it and put it in my next video, or further down the line whenever it happens. But either way, I will keep you posted on it, and like I say, fingers crossed we have some joy soon. All works out a bit better than last year. So yeah, all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.